So, lesson for the day: learn to give people room to express themselves before you take over their stories. Let me explain. If you find yourself in a situation where your friend comes to you to jubilate of how, oh my God, something great happened to her, that is the moment when you sit and listen. That is not a moment for you to say, oh, this same thing happened to me. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. No. Congratulate them and wish them the best. If afterwards you want to discuss about what happened to you also, that is completely fine. And same goes to if a friend comes to you crying about a situation, this is not the time for you to say, oh, but this happened to me, or something worse even happened to me. That just makes you diminish the pain the person is going through at that moment. You can always, maybe later or at a different date, come out to say, this also happened to me, or I'm facing the same situation. But you hijacking a person's moments just to do what? I don't like that. Same thing goes for people. When you see your friend is getting married and you're at their wedding, this is not the time for you to come propose to your partner, because that takes away from the celebration of the people who invested in that event. If you are a true friend, you would not try to outshine your friend. You would allow them go through their moments, go through whatever they're going through, and then at a later date on your account, you do your proposal. Now, same thing goes into if women are speaking about a situation that happens to women, it is not the time for you to start comparing and say, oh, but men go through this too, or men go through that too. We know men go through their own set of nonsense. We know this. But you try to hijack their moment, minimizes what they are going through at the moment, and doesn't even shine light on what you're going through. Now, in this world that we live in, both women and men go through rape, right? We know this is a known fact. But when we speak about ratios, it's not even a comparison. We are not going to sit here and debate about, oh, but I have a headache too and you have a headache too, so all our headaches are the same. No, there are levels to this situation. To tell a human being that you cannot be sympathetic to a situation shows that there's something internally wrong with you. Our moral compass should never be that dimmed that we get to the point where we are so unbothered about what happens to people. Before you start breaking down a victim story to see if it's false or real, there's an initial empathy, there's an initial feeling that comes over you. If you lack that, something is wrong with you. Now, this does not take away from the fact that quite some women might come out to say, oh, this is, I was assaulted and this happened to me and that happened to me. Your initial reaction should be empathy. And after that, you look into the story. And I promise you, if there is one thing I do not stand for, is bullshit behavior. I could follow a movement, I could follow a system, I could believe in something, but you see, when that thing turns around and bites me in the butt, I would be very loud. If, God forbid, under crazy circumstances, these stories we see comes out to be false, and there's real proof that it is false, I will be the first one to blast everyone, because I'm sorry, you must be mentally deranged to feel like you can use something as sensitive as SA to do what? To chase clout or whatever the case might be. I will be the one blasting you out first. Because by doing that, you diminish what real women have gone through. You now make the whole situation lose value, and I will not have that. I don't care if you're a woman, child, whoever feels like they can create a false narrative is going to hear from me about that. But till that happens, you're not a judge. You're just a mere mortal, and you should have sympathy. And again, on the topic of assault happens to men also, before anyone else, spoke about this a few months ago when women came out to say, oh no, if they are caught assaulting boys or whatever, they should not have equal punishment like the men. And I said, no, assault is assault, made on men or women. You should be punished accordingly. You do not get a lesser sentence because you're a woman assaulting a male child. You get equal amount of punishment, and I stand on that. If you look in the history of women right? You will never see a woman watch a man go through a bad situation and not stand up for him. It has never happened in the history of women. We are the first ones to always come out and say, that ain't right. I stand by it. If I see something happening to a man and he's helpless, I will step in. And we do not have the same honor. We do not get the same respect. It's always the other way around. When something happens to a woman, men say, but it's the way, da 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 da. You excuse nonsense behavior, and we need to stop that right now. Injustice sucks, whether you're a man or a woman. But you see, what we are not going to do is diminish what people go through. Give people the chance to express themselves. Too many women are hidden and silenced because of situations like this. And no one is changing anything, but it's going to change, though. I promise you that. And for any woman who uses such a sensitive situation to create clout or ask for funds or whatever the case might be, you would be punished accordingly, because people like you shouldn't exist. I'm sorry. Anyway, hold that for now because I got some things to do.